Welcome back to Redbeard Reviews. I'm Luke, and today we're looking at some more suspension parts because I love truck stuff. Anyways, I got these for my truck. And I know what you're thinking. Oh look, he got Timbrens. Oh, he spent like almost 300 bucks on a set of rubber bump stops. No, I did not. These, well, let me get both of them. These are LoStar suspension enhancement system bump stops, basically. You know, if you don't know what a bump stop is, it stops the bumps on your vehicle once you squish your suspension way down, whether you're towing under load or going over a lot of bumps. In a nutshell, very layman terms. I'm not getting technical at all. There's someone out there way better than me at all that explaining it. Whatever. Anyways, I have a truck that I've lifted 6 inches and I very much enjoy it. The only thing is when I tow heavy stuff, like I've done gravel in a dump trailer, I've put like 150 50-pound sandbags on my utility trailer and pulled that, going rather slow. I've pulled a 22-foot enclosed trailer for someone, and that was pulling me down a lot. I've done like lots of like utility trailer boats, things like that, light stuff, but there's a few times where I've done really heavy things, and I was thinking, well, why couldn't I just put something like this in? And I thought about airbags. I don't tow enough to do those. And then I've thought about the bump stop, or like the suspension enhancement system, like Timbrens, because I hear people say great things about them all the time, and I'm like, yes! And then every single time I go to look at them, it's like almost 300 bucks. And I'm going, I'm not spending $300 for expensive bump stops. And then I was just surfing Amazon, which I like to do, and I saw these. And because it was like when customers are choosing this, they are, you know, on the Timbren side of things. Hey, LoStar, LoStar. It says that they're made in the U.S. They have 15 years of manufacturing, but when I go to try and like look it up online or look further down on Amazon's website, it's like, well, where are they? Are they actually in the U.S.? Are they not? The flies are really bad tonight. And this whole like past month and a half. Anyways, yeah. So I looked at them and I looked at them online, and I was just like, I don't know. You know, they look the exact same as Timbrens, but are they? So I bought a set because guess what? $70, $370 for a chunk of rubber. Like, and I understand there's different kinds of rubber. There's, you know, quality of manufacturing, things like that, but it looks exactly the same. And I don't have a Timbren to compare it to. I'm not going to buy one just to compare it to, but it feels pretty solid. I actually stuck one of these in the vise after I got it and squished it down, or tried to, and I really couldn't. So I'm like, it probably works just fine when you're towing. And, you know, bump stops, they're just pushed up in there, so maybe you can help me out, and we'll throw them in, see what it looks like. So, yeah, that sounds pretty solid too. Hadn't thought of a drop test until just now. Yeah. Let's do it, right? A little bit of DIY.
All right, so there is one of my bump stops. Go away, fly. And if you notice, there is already a spacer that I have. Well, you can see it over here. There's a spacer that we have on my axle for that bump stop, but I got a lot of travel that I can go. Great, you know, filming quality. You know, like 4 5/8 inches. Yeah. So I have like 4 5/8 inches of space between my axle bump, between my axle and the bump stop, the current one, the factory one. The little squishy one. I actually checked those out. I was under here the other day checking this out. And you can squeeze those pretty well with your hand. And they're small. They're very small. So doing a lot of towing or something, I don't know about that. Anyways, let's see about how hard this is to get these out. Okay, and away we go. Oh, well, alrighty then. Never mind, that was incredibly easy. Maybe. There. Well, so before we go put these new ones in and see how difficult it is, they might be a little bit bigger, about the same. They're about the same size, and height difference, that's pretty incredible there. Let's see, just out of curiosity, the stock one looks like it's about 4 inches tall, and this one is more like 5. I might give it 5.5. 5 3/8, 5.5, something like that. So you're gaining a decent amount. But yeah, the squishiness of these versus this, I could definitely see that if you're under load, it's going to jar more or it's going to support more. One of the two. Not under load, it'll jar more. Under load, it'll support more. So let's see how we put them in. I have seen on the Timbrens that you're supposed to, insert these and then put like a board or something, or get close and then just try to press down a little bit on your vehicle, on the suspension, to get them to really seat well. Hey, little girl. And there went a bump stop. I was gonna keep those. Oh well. Let's find out how easy these are to go in. If I have a little bit of leverage. Oh boy. Why were those other ones so easy to take out? Hey, where's my bump stop? Where did you take it? Okay. I see why. It won't quite go in. So let's figure out how much space I need. Go get some wood. Let's use a pry bar, huh? Hi, little one. Yeah. Nope. What if I just squish the suspension? We'll be right back after these messages. For these guys, from what I could tell on the Timbren, which this is exactly the same thing, just cheaper, I got a couple pieces of wood, put it underneath, put the rubber piece in, and then I went the simple route and just used my jack and jacked up on the one side of the axle until I kind of saw it pop in. This one didn't quite go in all the way as much as this one did, as quickly as it did, but just twisting it a little bit kind of got it to seat up in there. Yeah, I just twisted by hand and it kind of seated itself back in there, so it should be good. And then I still have a good, well, seem to have lost my tape measure, 3+ inches before I actually hit my bump stops. So I think I'll be okay. You know what the nice thing is about putting those in? I still have these, and I can just throw them in my toolbox in the bed, and if for some reason, like I'm bottoming out a lot off-road and you switch them out,
I can just put these in really quick because these just pop in by hand. Well, that about does it. Install wasn't too bad. A little bit of a pain since they're brand new, and I still have enough space between the axle and the bump stop. I shouldn't have any problem just driving. Well, that about does it. That was the LoStar suspension enhancement system. A couple of big rubber bump stops, supposed to help for towing and things like that. I'll see how they actually do. I don't know. I'm going to find out someday. Yeah, I don't tow too often, so I might not need them, but I figured for 70 bucks, the times that I have, I end up towing really heavy stuff, so I might as well have them just in case. Still got enough clearance there that I shouldn't have to worry about just daily driving. So that about does it. Let me know what you think. And if you are looking for a pair, they're 70 bucks on Amazon, so give them a look. This is Redbeard Reviews. I'm Luke. Have a good one. Let me tell you, when you have a 3-month-old puppy, you're chasing them a lot because they like taking your stuff. Back to the show.